when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
All right, everybody. So as you know, that school violence remains a front burner issue in Trinidad and Tobago. And recently also, the new police commissioner, Alistair Guevara, he would have spoken about the situation and would have said, well, here's what. The police intend to deal with this decisively. All right, so we do have in studio this morning, we do have Corporal Sacha Williams Goddard. Corporal Williams Goddard, thank you very much for coming this morning. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
So, Corporal, let's get right into it. And if you could tell us about some of the things, because I think that we have been grappling with this problem for a while now. The police have also been grappling with this problem. And usually when we do see spikes in school violence, we hear, well, here's what, well, the police intend to have patrols outside the school. Sometimes that's not very consistent, Corporal. Yeah. So what is being planned this time around? Of course, we are in the vacation period now.
Yes, of course. So school violence, of course, has to be, the actions has to be things that happen while school is open.
Yes.
However, we can't wait till September to prepare for these students, where the work of crime prevention through positive youth engagement is an ongoing thing. And it's something that the TTPS is has been and continues to be very committed to. So during this vacation period, we're having a plethora of camps. You cannot count the amount of vacation camps that are being hosted by our police youth clubs, by various departments within the TTPS to continuously engage our youth in those positive activities that will help shape them in preparation for September. Apart from the camps, you know, other people have camps. The churches have camps, you know, all these NGOs and NPOs have camps. So we are visiting those camps to do lectures, to engage those students, because we can't expect that we have the capacity to capture all of our youth. So we are working with our stakeholders to ensure that we visit those camps and that we provide some of our lectures to those campers at other institutions. We have an initiative called Fun with Cops that we're also rolling out in the North Central Division, visiting camps. And, you know, we have a lot of skilled officers, athletes, and people with a lot of technical, vocational skills that we're going to be utilizing to work with young people during this period and continue to give them avenues for positive engagement so that they are occupied and they're not just at home being prey for members of the gang or getting themselves involved in negative behaviors and stuff like that. And, you know, we're not just focused on the children. This is a time where we also try to emphasize that community engagement, because it does take a village. It really is not just a one-man job to raise proper citizens out of our youth. So we're working with our community groups, our stakeholder groups. We have ongoing station council meetings at all of our stations. We have town meetings that have been rolling out. We want to hear and get feedback from the community, because our job is to serve. And we want to ensure that we're serving the community in a way that is best suitable for the community to benefit. So, you know, there's so many things that are happening behind the scenes. We are not able to advertise everything. Yeah. But of course, you know, the country can rest assured that the organization is actively at work to ensure that we are fulfilling our mandates to protect and serve.
Yeah. So I do know that the police service has been doing a lot over the years. And of course, you not only have these camps,
yes,
but you also have, it escapes me,
the caravan?
Not the caravan, what Shabadi has down in St. James. What do you call them?
The police youth club?
Police youth club.
Yes.
You see, I haven't a senior moment.
Oh gosh.
But I'm just saying, so you do have you do have these clubs, and I know that you all have been touching a lot of young people, maybe hundreds, thousands of our young people. Again, while you are doing that, but some still need a little more. I want to get in a little bit further into some of the components and some of the messages that you all are going to be sharing with the young people.
So one of the challenges that we found, particularly with this generation of school-age children, is that lack of consequence. So a very important lecture that we deliver consistently is called The Law on You. And that's one of the things that we deliver to all of the camps and at our police youth clubs, because children need to understand that there are consequences for action and that there are serious consequences for some of these very serious actions that we've been seeing happening, and ensuring that they have the information, the knowledge, so that they can make better decisions as one of the ways that we ensure that they know that they are going to be held accountable for whatever they do or sometimes fail to do in situations.
You know, I think, and this is really, I've heard people in education speak about it, that, you know, it is a popular thing and a good thing. Some people feel this way, to be known as a bad man, you know, and a bad girl, you know. And when they suspend you, that is seen as a badge of honor, and when they expel you. So how do you deal with situations such as those? How do you touch that individual?
One of the things we've done, and I'm not sure how popular it is now, that people may or may not know, that we have a school suspension program now running out of our youth clubs. We have one out of the Community Conflict Resolution Center that's based at the St. Joseph Police Youth Club, where we have volunteers that are always pouring in to assist, because when those children are suspended, the question is constantly asked, then what? Then what? What do they do for this 5-7 days at home? So we take them from the schools for the duration of their suspension, and we immerse them in a developmental program before they are reintegrated into the school culture, because it's important that the behavior is changed and that the individual is ready to return to school and not repeat the same action again. So depending on what they would have been suspended for, whether it's fighting or maybe some sexual misconduct or whatever the issue that may have arisen to cause them to be suspended, we take them and we work with them. Our team, we have members of the officium that works with us. We have volunteers from our universities, students completing practicum that work with us, and we immerse these children and work with them so that they can return. Expulsion, on the other hand, I know that there are other programs for that. We don't have the capacity to deal with an expulsion, which is quite rare. It's not as popular as people think. Children are not just expelled.
Yes.
So those rare instances, they may be referred to things like MILAT or other long-term programs to get them to where they need to be and ensure that they can still have a good future.
Yeah. How successful would you say that initiatives such as these have been?
Extremely. Of course, like most programs, there is a need for more resources. There is a need, because once you start filling these gaps, you're going to realize just how big the gap is. So when we started, initially, we had not realized that the number of students being suspended was so many. And it's suspension from 1 to 7 days. So it might be minor infractions ranging to some more serious infractions. And of course, we do need resources so that it can be expanded, but it has been extremely successful. I have seen personally some of the most deviant children become reformed, and they are able to reintegrate into the school environment and positively contribute, not just go back to school and they're fine and they're just glazing through. No, they go back to school. Some of them have become pioneers and champions for change within their schools coming out of the program. So we are certain that there are positive results.
Yeah. All right, we just have a few minutes again, Corporal, but let's get, and you did touch on it, but let's talk about the pop-ups. I'm seeing Java camp lectures, and we did speak about the fun with cops, character building session targeting primary schools, community safety awareness caravans, etc. How do young people sign on?
So we are going to be publishing. Our Corpcom unit is busy at work getting all the flyers and registration links out. So we're going to be publishing. Look, you can look out via the TTPS Facebook pages, Instagram, even TikTok. We're getting a little trendy. So look out for it on our TikToks. Follow our Police Youth Clubs. We're going to be doing our station outreach where you can come in and get some of the typical services like a certificate of character. Sometimes people have been asking, you know, I don't know how to fill the form and I don't know how to upload an image, you know, or maybe I did fill the form and I can't get it printed, or the appointment is too far away.
Yeah.
All of those issues are going to be eliminated at those pop-ups. When those pop-ups are happening, you're going to hear about it, and you can just come with your ID and get everything done on spot. You know, make a report, follow up on reports that were made before, just providing all of these services that we normally provide in an outreach and an attempt so that we can clear a little bit of the backlog and give people some ease on accessing our services more effectively.
Is there also a component for parents? Because I know that the police commissioner had recently expressed concern that, you know, he believes that parents need to do more, and he also says, well, if the parents are not doing more, well, the police will step in.
Oh yes, and that we will, but we do have components. We are constantly rolling out parenting programs. So parenting programs happen a little less frequent than our youth and school intervention programs. We try to have at least one per month or one per quarter at the very, very least. So parenting programs will be roving around our division, and you would hear different venues and times, convenient times, because our parents are working as well. So we are working with our parents to ensure that they get the information as well, so that they can also do what is necessary to continue the work that we are doing with their children at home.
Yeah. Corporal, I just have about a minute again. Anything else you'd like to add? Oh,
yes. So I am always taking these opportunities to appeal to the public. Crime prevention is everyone's business. I believe that the bystanders sometimes create more problems than the people who are actually perpetuating crime. Please, if you see something, say something. If you know something, say something. If there's a troubled youth in your community, please reach out to us so that we can find ways to engage him or her and ensure that our future, the future of our Trinidad and Tobago, is indeed bright and safe.
Yeah, Corporal, it's always good to see and speak with you, and thank you for the work that you and your team continue to do in the communities to touch these young people, because they do need that guidance.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, everybody, we are going to a very short break. We are coming back.
There's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta